today we are doing Cubanos. Kind of my take on them. Pretty close to authentic. Just a few different substitutes. It's the way I like them, you know what I mean? So we're actually going to smoke, roast some pork. Got a nice loin rib roast in there, just a small one. We're gonna chop that up. Well, we're gonna smoke it first, of course, and then we're gonna chop it up, and we're going to layer that on our bread with some Coppa as opposed to the ham. And we're gonna use Gruyere as opposed to the Swiss. We're gonna make a nice stone ground mustard sauce for it. You know, pickles, you know, the whole shebang. Then we're going to press them, and we're gonna do everything on the Masterbuilt today because it's my only option for something quick and easy right now. So first we need to make our Mojo sauce, or marinade, I guess you would say. And we're gonna get our roast soaking in that. So let's get to it. This is what we got. We got 6 cloves of garlic. We got about 6 sprigs of oregano. If not, you can use like a teaspoon and a half, you know, of the dried stuff. We got 3 limes. We got 2 oranges. You can omit the grapefruit, honestly, if you can find bitter oranges, because typically you would use bitter oranges in this, but good luck. That's all I can say. But if not, grapefruit works just as good, man. We got a little vinegar, just white distilled, oil, little cumin, little salt, little pepper, and some onion, which I actually forgot to grab up. So I'll grab our onion. I'm gonna just give that a quick dice, chop, and we're gonna toss it in, and let's get our marinade made. Okay, so we got a half an onion. Let's do this. Make a little room. I got a whole bunch going on here today. So we're just going to use the Ninja. Use your food processor, blender, whatever you want. Throw our onion in there. We are going to just rough chop that garlic up. We throw that in there. We're going to throw our oregano in there. Get all that garlic. Now we are going to juice the entire lime in there best we can. Beautiful. I'm gonna do all 3 of those. Don't worry if some pulp gets in there, ain't gonna hurt nothing. I mean, I would highly suggest if you can find fresh limes to use them. You just won't get the same brightness and flavor out of the juice, you know? So let's get our oranges. These are just straight up navels. Slippery. Got 2 of those. Beautiful. Just like that. And last but not least, our grapefruit. This is gonna add that twang, you know what I mean? But like I said, if you can find bitter oranges, sorry, then by all means, omit the grapefruit. So Now we're gonna do 1/4 cup of just straight up white vinegar and 1/4 cup oil. Using grapeseed today, but you can use avocado, olive. I wouldn't suggest any canola or anything like that, you know. Just like so. Now we're going to toss in a teaspoon of cumin. We're going to toss in 2 teaspoons of salt. And a teaspoon of black pepper. Just like that. Let's blend it. All right, so we got our mojo made. Now, simple. Here's our roast. I'm not even gonna bother with any of it, honestly, because it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna Ziploc it, put it in a container, you can do whatever you want. I just have minimal room in my fridge, so the Ziploc just works better for me. So, just get her open, just like so. All right, here's our mojo right here. Smells awesome, man. And we're just gonna fill it. Now you can use shoulder, I mean, whatever you want, pork-wise, you know? Because I'm chopping it and, I don't know, stuff like that. I don't need that higher fat content. I think the loin works awesome for this, so that's what we're doing, guys. No need for all that. Bring her down. Try to get as much air out as you can. Gotcha. All right, so that's it. Now this guy, we are going to put in the fridge at least 4 hours. Now you can do overnight. I honestly wouldn't do more than 12 hours. There's between the vinegar, all the acidity from the different fruits, it can turn things into mush real quick. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just gonna do 4 hours on it. It's still gonna have that flavor. It's gonna be good. We're gonna hit it with a little rub and that we're gonna make up. Then we're gonna toss it on the Masterbuilt. We're gonna cook it. We're gonna chop it. We're gonna build our sandwiches. We're gonna throw the griddle on there and we are gonna press them. And we're gonna make some Cubanos, TrendKill style. So, all right, we'll be back. All right guys, it's time to get it popping. Let's make our rub real quick. Super simple. Just gonna kind of tie in all that citrus, a little smokiness. We're gonna do a tablespoon of paprika. I'm using smoked. You can use whatever. Sweet, Hungarian, doesn't matter. Teaspoon of celery seed. A teaspoon of mustard seed. Dry mustard if you have it. Teaspoon of granulated onion. We already have our garlic, you know what I'm saying? Teaspoon of cumin. And we grab our salt and pepper. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. Boom. That's a wrap. Mix it up. Get it nice and blend together. Beautiful. All right, let's get our pork out. Grab a glove. Here we are. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it out and I'm just gonna shake it a little bit. That's it. I'm not gonna pat it down. We're gonna leave that on there. Oh man, that smells good. You should smell that. Oh, ho, ho. It's gonna be good. Now we're just gonna hit it with some of our rub. Don't get too crazy with it. We're gonna be chopping it, so you know we want them parts. So I'm gonna go a little heavy-handed, but nothing too insane, you know. I know it seems like a lot for a sandwich, but man, layers of flavor, you know what I mean? Feel me? Just like that. Burn off that excess. There we go. All right. I got the Masterbuilt going out. She's running at 325 right now. So let's go get this guy on. All right. Like I said, we're at 325. Oh man, I got a mess on here. All right, good enough. I'm just using charcoal. As far as I'm concerned, this thing it's just a grill to me. So, let's probe this guy up, this monster. About halfway in there. And we're just gonna go like so. All right, so I'm gonna take that to like 145, 150, you know, somewhere right around there. And we're gonna pull it out, just let it rest for a minute. We'll chop it up, build our sandwiches. And in the meantime, I'll get the griddle on this thing so it gets nice and hot. And we'll come out and we'll press these guys up. Yes, we got our roast going. Let's build our ground mustard aioli. Now, typically, I know you just put mustard on it, but we're doing a TrendKill style here. And I don't want just mustard on it. So this is what I'm doing. I've been thinking a lot about this. All right, so we got some good ground mustard here. And what we're gonna do is we are going to add like 1/8 of a cup. Stuff smells so good. All right, maybe a little bit more than 1/8. Whatever, it'll work, right? Let me grab my, need a little spatula here in 1 second. You know how things are around here though. Good luck. It's like a scavenger hunt every time I cook. It's lots of fun. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna do about 1/8 of a cup. Some nice whole ground mustard. Don't skimp on this stuff. This is where all that flavor is. And then we are going to put some mayo. Right around the same. Right around the same. I'm using Duke's because Duke's rocks. Fuck it. I'm using the term loosely as aioli on this because we aren't going to whip an egg in it, but whatever. It's close. So then we are going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic, Or you can use a clove. I just feel that this stuff would just be better in here, you know what I mean? And then we are gonna do a ½ teaspoon of lime juice. Just to brighten it all up. And we are gonna hit it with a pinch of pepper. And pinch of salt. Just keep it all even, you know what I mean? And let's give her a mix. Make sure that mustard gets all nice and incorporated with everything. You could add a little horseradish in here, but using that fresh ground mustard, man, you got that little kick, you know? All right, let me grab a taster. Make sure we're at where we're at. You know what? Let's change that to a ¼ cup of ground mustard. It's just not enough on the mustardy side. We had a pretty heavy 1/8, so let's just call that a ¼ cup, an 1/8 cup of mayo, and then everything else stayed the same. You know what I'm saying? Let's try that. Because it was close. It just didn't have that mustard feel to it, you know? All right, let's try that. Oh, that did it. Perfect. All right, so reiterate, 1/8 cup of stone ground mustard, and a ¼ cup, and a 1/8 cup of the mayo, and then everything else. So, all right. Now we got our aioli mixed. We're gonna throw that in the fridge and wait for our roast to get done. All right, guys, we are just at 150. So we're gonna pull our pork, and then we're gonna get our griddle on, go build our sandwiches, come back out here and get them pressed together. Make this happen, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, she looks good. She's looking good. I'll take it. Check that out. Purdy. See ya. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, delete that, and I just bumped her up to 450. She can start climbing. I don't know if this is gonna fit, but I need a big pan to, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Let's see, I can't even get it in there, and I might be able to get it in there. All right, I want both of them warmed up because that's what I'm gonna use as my press, you know what I mean? Yeah, kind of, sort of, so it'll work. All right, I'm gonna let them heat up. Let's go build our stuff. Let's do this. Here's our pork. Just let it rest for a couple minutes here. And gloves on. Pork looks good. Smells fantastic. Just eat that. All right, so I'm just gonna thin cut this, kind of thin, about 1/8 inch. Check that pork out though. Oh man, look at that. Yummy, yummy. Gotta try it, right? I'm a fan. she's still screaming hot. All right. Just gonna chop this up a little bit. Give it some texture. Yeah, probably need a little bit more than that. That's good. All right. So now we got our chopped pork. Is that gonna be enough? Yeah, it should be all right. All right, I'm gonna move him out of the way. And I'll build one, and then the rest I'll just skip on through, you know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna open our, I'm using French bread. If you can find Cuban bread, rock on, man. So I'm gonna start with some of our chopped Mojo pork here. Don't be scared. Get around there. We're just all pressing together. And then, right here. Oh man, Coppa. Yum, yum, yum. Salty, cured. It's like ham on crack, man. I'm gonna throw some of this on there. Go 4 of those, eh? Sounds fair to me. All right, so now we're gonna take our top. I'm gonna brush it with our mustard aioli. Just like so. We got a slice of Gruyere right here. I'm gonna toss that guy on there. And then, I'd say, what do you think, 4? I think that's fair. 4 pickles on this guy. Top her off, just like so. Then we're gonna just crisp this guy up right in between those 2 irons. So, I'm gonna build these guys up. I'll go fast forward on this, and then we'll get them cooking. All right, so there we are, all built. 1 no pickle for my son. But I put the mustard on there because I'm telling you the mustard's gonna make it, so we're not gonna tell him that. So, all right, let's get him out there. So real quick, I'll just show you what my plan is, then I'll skip through it. First, we need to glove up. All right, check it out. So this guy, I'm gonna put up here, out of the way. Just gonna hit this, maybe. Hit that with just a little bit of grapeseed oil. And we are gonna just take our sandwiches, like so. Probably should have took that rack out. Do that after here. Like that. Like that. And take my pan. Oh shit, this bucket's heavy. All right, I'm gonna do the same on that. All right. So that's how I'm gonna do it. There's our press, guys. So I'm gonna let them just go for a few minutes, just to make sure that cheese melts, just make sure she's all mashed together real good. And that's it. Let me actually move this guy so I can close the lid, which would be super awesome. I better not do that just yet. Close enough, right? All right, we'll be back. All right, it's been about 3 minutes or so. Let's see what these guys look like. Our pan should come off nice and easy now. Oh yeah, beautiful. Oh man, check those out, guys. Oh, you can see Gruyère's all melty in them. Let me get you in there. Let's do a little food porn ride along, shall we? Check that out. Oh, man. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna Uncle Buck these bad boys right off of here. Nice. Just like that. Come on, look at that. Sign me up. All right. Let's kill it. Actually, I need to get down there. All my whole thing inside there is flaking, so I don't care if that coal burns off. So I'm gonna just let that burn away. But all right, let's go in, cut these belly. But it doesn't. Let's go cut these guys open. I'm excited. All right, guys, let's cut into this. Always go edge to edge, man. Come on, check that out. Snap. Hoo-hoo-hoo. I gotta take a picture for Instagram, so I can't try it, but it looks good. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got.